Let's walk through how I created this beautiful marbled cake. All my cakes start with a sturdy cake structure. I'm starting out with a sturdy cake drum, a base cake board, and a center dowel. This is a double berry cake. It has 6 layers of cake. And so I'm going to stack the first 3 layers. Then I'm going to place dowels. I'm using the dowel guide to help me place my dowels. I'm using the blue square poly dowels here, which are very easy to cut with a scissors. Once the dowels are placed, I am now going to place a center cake board. This is to hold the top 3 layers of the cake. Once leveled, now we're going to place our cake layers and filling. Once the cake layers are placed, before the last layer is placed, I'm going to cut the center rod to size. Place the final layer, and now we're ready to frost. I will be using a top board to help me frost this cake and get my sharp edges. This is a quick crumb coat, and I will place this in the fridge to get it hard while I prepare my marbled buttercream. So I'm marbling some buttercream and placing them on some clear wrap. We will be using the piping bag method. So different colors of marble placed randomly on the clear wrap, and once that's done, we'll be ready to pipe. Now carefully wrap the clear wrap without mixing your colors, and we're going to place this in a piping bag. We're going to take that cold cake out of the fridge, and we're going to fill the space between the top cake board and the bottom cake board. We're going to fill that space in with our marbled buttercream. I'm now filling in the holes with some white buttercream. Using a spatula, I'm smoothing just the top of the buttercream. Just the top. We don't want to mess up the marbling at the bottom. Now we're going to place this back in the fridge. Once the cake is cold, now it's time to scrape. At first it looks like nothing, but you need to keep scraping. I changed my scrapers. Change it out. Scrape on. At first it looks like nothing, but you have to keep at it to reveal the beauty underneath. The beauty of having a cake board on top and at the bottom is that you have a guide so you don't go too deep. Look at that. How beautiful is that marble? Don't be afraid to place your cake back in the fridge between scrapes, because as it gets warmer, it's harder to scrape and your colors will mix. You don't want that. Always make sure you're working with cold cake because you do not want your colors to mix, and you want to maintain your beautiful marble. Once you're happy with your scrape, now it's time to remove the top board and smoothing out the top part of the cake, adding color as needed, and doing your final scrapes and your finishing touches. And once that's done, the final inspection. No cake leaves this kitchen without a proper inspection. I am happy with how it turned out. Come back for part 2.